Hey, good afternoon. Happy Monday. Hope your week is off to a wonderful start. I'm meteorologist Courtney Aitken. You're watching the Kare 11 app or wherever you stream. We'll start here with a time lapse of your afternoon. So far, clear blue skies. And it's been a warm day. You've likely noticed the blustery conditions. Those winds are coming out of the south. So not only is it windy, it's warmer than it was over the weekend. And those south winds are the culprit. They're bringing in warmer air, and the air that we're seeing is also more humid. So as of about, say, 1:15 in the afternoon, we're a few degrees warmer than we were on Sunday afternoon, warmer by about 3 degrees in the Twin Cities, and the dew points are also up by a handful of degrees. But that's not the case everywhere. Take a look up north. International Falls, even more so in Thief River Falls. This is the change in temperatures. So Thief River Falls, you are 20 degrees colder than you were on Sunday afternoon. Why is it? Well, it's because it's been raining up there nearly all day long. I was here for our sunrise show, and 6 a.m. it started raining up there. It has been raining pretty much ever since. A lot of moisture coming down, a lot of cloud cover, as you can see, and that has really cooled things off up there. Not the case for the Twin Cities. We are still dry, just a little humid, warm and breezy under abundant sunshine, going for a high of 87 today. Winds will continue all the way through nightfall, and the sun will set right around 8:30. Overnight tonight is when the changes arrive, because we have a cold front situated off to our northwest. And you'll notice here, not just the storm icons, but also the temperatures. Thief River Falls dropping into the low 50s overnight, same with Bemidji. So it'll almost feel like late summer, early fall. For the Twin Cities, not so much. We don't have a huge cool down. We're still going to be in the upper 60s. We do have a chance for rain, but it doesn't arrive until very early on your Tuesday morning. We're talking around 3 a.m., whereas areas off to the northwest, you'll see rain as early as 9-10 o'clock. You also have the chance for severe weather. It is a level 1 chance for severe weather, a level 1 risk, I should say. That's what we call a marginal. That starts just to the west of St. Cloud, and this is going to be a level 2 in yellow. That's a slight risk for International Falls and Bemidji. So for folks up there, I want you to have a way to get weather alerts before you go to bed tonight. Here's a look at the short-term forecast. I'll show you this, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the forecast looking ahead. Obviously, a touch warmer today. You'll notice that if you step outside. You'll also notice the breezy south wind. We are going to be tracking storms overnight with an emphasis on northwest Minnesota. But before that happens, the rest of the afternoon is warm and dry. 87 should be our high today. Overnight, we drop into the upper 60s for the metro, low 50s for folks in northwestern Minnesota, where we do have that risk for severe weather. It's a level 1 in green, a level 2 in yellow. All threats are on the table. The tornado threat is very low, but we can't necessarily rule it out. So that's why we still have it highlighted, or the Storm Prediction Center has it highlighted. We're just delivering the message. Hail, low to elevated, same with wind. I think that winds will likely be the greatest concern, especially because most models show storms forming a line. And when we have a linear system, that's when we tend to see wind damage. What about excessive rainfall? This has expanded a little bit compared to what we showed you earlier this morning. So the Weather Prediction Center has expanded the risk for excessive rainfall from nearly the Arrowhead all the way down to Laverne, St. Cloud. You now have a marginal risk for excessive rain. This does not include the Twin Cities, so it will be interesting to see how much rain we actually end up getting in the metro. Since this is just a level 1 risk, just consider this a warning that where it rains, it will pour. I don't expect any crazy flash flooding, but localized flooding in low-lying, poor drainage areas, really anywhere that tends to flood in heavy rain events, that's where you'll see some trouble spots. I'm going to show you 2 different models just to show you the difference in outcomes here. As we get into the rest of our afternoon, continued rainfall up to the north. Here's 8 o'clock, starting to see stronger storms form. Here's that line beginning to form by about 11 o'clock tonight. This model, this is the graph model, or our in-house model, we often call it, shows the rain pretty much missing the Twin Cities, and then it's out of here by about 5:30 in the morning. Our other model shows a little bit of a different scenario. So let's fast forward through the afternoon. More rain for northern Minnesota. Here's 9:30. Stronger storms start to develop. They move a little bit slower on this model here. And this model also shows rain moving into the Twin Cities, pockets of moderate to heavy rainfall possible at 5 a.m. So if this is the scenario that plays out, that means that some of you early risers could have a little bit of a wet commute. And whatever ends up panning out is going to influence our high temperatures for tomorrow. Regardless of what happens, this is a cold front, so tomorrow will be cooler than today, but just how much cooler depends on just how much rain we end up getting. We may get mist, we may end up getting some briefly heavy rain first thing in the morning, and if that rainfall lingers, well, that could pull our high temperatures down just a bit. Either way, we only have one day of 70s. That'll be tomorrow. By Wednesday, we're back in the low 80s. Thursday, a very seasonal day, and then our next best chance of rain arrives over the weekend.